Alright, we had a crash, but we're back. Episode 39 is still going. We're finishing out this skyscraper. Here we go. Quick, lay the foundations. Oh my goodness. So this event is the one that crashed us. I gotta just start pausing on events. I think that's gonna be the... Okay, no, you're good. I gotta start pausing on events. I think that's just gonna be what I need to do, because I think this issue is being caused by... Ooh, nice. I think the crashing issue is being caused by me... What freaking map mode are we in right now? Alright, well there's the war with Communist Florida anyway. Alright, guns in steam. Miguel de Rohan has successfully deployed our impressive dreadnoughts in the ongoing conflict, proving that they are not mere vanity projects for the Navy. At first, onlookers were shocked as it appeared from a distance that the ship itself had exploded. In fact, the flames engulfing it were from its first full broadside. The ship itself was quite unharmed, although I've heard later that it is inadvisable to keep any fragile objects on board for such an occasion. 5% prestige? Absolutely. What frickin' standard of living? Give me nothing. How's nothing? Countries. Clear locked map mode. Alright, there we go. Whew! We're really riding the proverbial struggle bus this time, friends. It's getting real rough. There's still a lot of cash in this investment pool, I gotta say. I think I might need to increase construction sector size again. Because we're just going buck wild here. Yeah, I think we're doing it. I think we're building a bigger construction sector. Let's see. I think Basho Paraguay needs more as well. And then we'll do a big ol' increase in Zulia. Big ol' increase in Antioquia. And Miranda doesn't have that many, but we can grab some in La Paz, and some in Los Rios and Santiago. I think that's going to be a pretty significant... Yeah, that's a really significant increase. We'll just round up by expanding Para and Amazonas just a little bit more. I'm going to throw all these in at the top. Oh, come on. Okay. Just go on to the next one. Death March is a downer. There we go. Get this one from the original Vicky 3 OST. Anyway, this will create a market for all that new steel we've built. Up. Well, shame. He was providing me with a lot of prestige. We won our little war in Florida. Again. Just that little bit of the panhandle. I don't even know. I think this is technically part of Florida, so... Split state. Oh, yeah, because, yeah. Yeah, so... Hold on, what is that? What is this? Floridian wetlands. Reduce state construction efficiency and infrastructure. That's interesting. I didn't realize. Neat. We got another little by little event. Go ahead and pause here. We've seen this event a lot of times. I'm going to make Brazilians of them yet, just as I've always been doing. I don't know why I reduced the speed to then pause the game. That was probably pretty silly of me. Obviously this is going to increase costs, but I can be building intermittently, I think, without a problem. We are building up all of these mines, so there's the end of our construction sectors. So I'm hoping that'll drive the price of steel down just a little bit. So we're continuing to build up steel, and it is moderately expensive. And there's workplace safety up to the top, and workers' protections is up to voting. So I think the issue might be the game auto-saving while I've got an event open. So that's why I'm pausing during events now. I'm really, really hoping that's going to solve the problem, because I just do not want events... I just do not want the game crashing, because there's a whole lot of hoops I'm going to have to jump through. if that's happening. So, hopefully, this should mean places like our lovely steel mills in Rio de Janeiro are going to employ a little bit more. Looks like they're not as profitable as they could be. Our three companies are still good. Yeah, our companies are still good. So in terms of my total situation with respect to radicals from standard of living decreases, I've got level 5 guaranteed liberties, which reduces it by 25%. Level 5 dedicated police forces, which reduces it by 25%. And then I've got this company here operating, which gives me an additional minus 10%. So between all those together, that should put me at 40% radicals from standard of living decreases, which is a really, really solid decrease. And hopefully I should be able to weather any reduction in standard of living as a result of that. Let's go ahead and throw this guy, who's a brave dockyard organizer, into the mix. You're a social democrat. That's good. Social democrat's good for our current build. Everyone wants technocracy, but I'm just not going to give it to them. Come on, 45%. Give me workers' protections. I want it so bad. These wages are going to skyrocket, and hopefully that'll help things out when I increase taxes. We're still getting a huge pile of cash from diplomatic pacts. That's going to go away pretty soon. I could go ahead and increase taxes now, but again, I don't need to, because we're still over our limit here. Our reserve limit is 71 million. And I can continue to live the way I've been living, because I'm over that reserve limit. I can also halt construction eventually with the government construction, because there is cash draining out of the investment pool now, and I could definitely just completely rely on the investment pool for a while without causing myself much of a headache whatsoever. That would be nice. Tasty, tasty water. But I don't necessarily need to do that. I can still probably increase engines output. Let's see. Yeah, you know what? Rio de Janeiro, these ones are fully employed. Let's throw 10 levels more of engine industries in Rio de Janeiro. And we'll do 10 levels more in Minas Gerais as well. You got the infrastructure to handle it? Yes, you do. Alright, that'll be nice. Hat trick. Whilst the government debates the merits of workers' protection, several newspapers have published polemics by Gastão Pena trying to invoke an obscure law against it. Lawyers affiliated with the trade unions pointed out that said law is invalid. An example of an obscure, debatably redundant law is that a hat must be worn while making a point of order. This law does not specify which hat to wear, only that it be worn and the point of order made. Thus it would be very good form to wear a dunce cap while making an invalid point of order. Strike this useless law, 5% enactment chance he gets weaker, or modernize this alongside workers' protections, 5% advance, Estrahilda Pereira gets stronger. I'm going to do the second one, because extra strength and for the trade unions is generally speaking good for us. Alright, so let's take a look at the government. We're still at 82%. We're not at 89%. I wonder if I could grant leadership to either Hilda Reichenberger or Miguel Lopez. If I give it to Lopez, they would both be headed up by anarchists, and that would be mega legitimate. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Let me see. I'm getting 50% from this. I would probably get more. Well, hold on. Do anarchists care about workers' protections? Let's see. Not really. Not as such, at any rate. So I think we'll be fine. If I want to go to a council republic, I'll need to do that. But I don't necessarily want to go to a council republic. Our obligation from Florida expired, but that's completely okay. Florida is very friendly with me. I don't feel any obligation to maximally utilize their obligation. Hey, Guatemala, you want to be Dominion? Sure you do. Honduras. Ooh, standard of living where you are is pretty low. You, there we go. Okay, and then be a puppet. I guess I'm not really going to be able to get to annex them in the time being, but... USA is going after Ashanti. You know, you do that. They made themselves infamous. They have. Oh, they made themselves notorious. USA, you're just taking stuff every day of the week. Gosh. Gorsh, Shaggy. USA they see something that's not nailed down and they grab it. I mean, speaking as a person who grabs whatever, speaking as a country who has operated with the grabbing everything that isn't nailed down path to victory here. Hey, Russia, you've still got bits of South America that I wish you didn't have. Unavailable diplomatic plays. Why can't I... Oh, because relations are too good. Well, let me see. They got a lot of defensive pacts, but only one with a major power. Nah, I'm not going to worry about it. If I get an opportunity, if the opportunity strikes, I will grab one of these treaty ports back from Russia. Until then, we'll leave it. Trade with Russia has been very productive for the Brazilian economy overall, I should say. So, I'm pretty pleased about it. Wow. Art is still very expensive. That's probably good for us. And oil in Santa Fe. Wonderful. Price of glass is still holding at a moderate amount. And what are we overproducing? We're not overproducing explosives, which is surprising. Yeah, not a lot of stuff is really cheap around here. Furniture is really cheap. We can sell some of that to France. That'll be nice. And the total separation political movement has disbanded. That's wonderful. I'm so pleased. And improved relations has been broken. That's just fine. Be my protectorate? No. I done thought about it. What if I made Mexico a protectorate? That would be 83 infamy. Alright, never mind. Can't do it. Are you recognized, Anahuac? They're not. They're a republic. That's neat. Botched a boycott. Seeking support amongst the sympathizers, Gastão Peña has organized a boycott against the Workers' Protections Law. On the day it was to begin, there was barely any sign it had been declared at all. Some had taken due lessons from the Third Estate. Quantity was a quality of its own. If you had enough bodies to support whatever your cause was, nobody could stop you. Unfortunately for a few, there was a lesson they hadn't learned. People needed to either like you or like your cause. Inform the printers about the blunder, 5% enactment chance, and he gets weaker. Or everyone has a price for fealty. 5% enactment chance costs money, intelligentsia happier. I'm going to do the first one. I think that's completely fine. Gastão Peña is not a particularly beloved figure in Brazil at this time. Alright. How long till we get this skyscraper done? 32 more weeks. Yeah, we'll go to the skyscraper finishes. That'll be fun. 66.5 million people in the country. Population is still rapidly increasing. Feeling pretty good about that. Great Britain's prestige took a real hit somehow. Hold on, how did this happen? Did they declare bankruptcy or something? No. Interesting. We might be able to eclipse them. That would be exciting if we were able to accomplish that. I would be very, very pleased. The path to that is definitely through better fleets. Probably should have researched naval aviation before researching stormtroopers, but I wasn't thinking about it. Or military aviation, rather. The reason I'm bringing up naval aviation is because I got aircraft carriers spreading to me. Would have been nice, but it is what it is. I think I can get there, though. I think I can get there. If I increase the size of my armed forces even further, I just might be able to make that difference. And that would be wonderful if we could do that. Standard of living is holding solidly at 16.9, but if we could grab workers' protections, we could potentially get where we want to get and not have a problem. France, what are you fighting Austria and Italy about? And Russia. You're fighting everybody. You're trying to conquer Hijazi Yemen. You're trying to ban slavery in Egypt, trying to humiliate Russia, and the USA is supporting you against Egypt to get a conquer on Middle Egypt. Oh, interesting. And then Russia's just trying to humiliate France, and it's got Italy, Ottoman Empire, and Hejaz on its side. That's interesting. Is Egypt not in this war? No, you're in this war. Alright. Oh, that's Egypt, not the Ottoman Empire. Prussia sides with Spain. Against whom? Against a revolution in the Caribbean. Oh, interesting. Not gonna lie, the temptation is high to support a proletarian revolt in Cuba, but I don't think I necessarily can right now. Exploiting the Amazon, we'll do another one. Pearls in the rough, we are the harbingers of order, same as we've been doing. So we're getting close. We are at 6 out of 10 states that we've gotten these better state spirits at. Again, probably not going to do it before 35, but probably going to do it only shortly after the onset of 35. Electricity shortage in Jujuy. And power plant is not fully employed. Let's subsidize it. How is our line item for subsidies? It's pretty high. Mostly it's for railways, but that's alright. Like, we need to subsidize railways. I think we're not subsidizing all railways. No, we are. We are. Alright. Perfect. Oh, right. Airship mooring post. Let's do it. So what else does our economy need? Was I able to increase iron output to the point where it was cheaper? I got there a little bit of the way. Let's do a little bit more iron increasing then. First of all, is there anywhere where our iron mines are not able to fully hire? Keira, only in Keira. A couple other places, Biali, Jujuy. But Ika's got full iron mines. So we'll build up another 10 levels there. Ecuador as well. Let's build up 10 levels there. And that should be alright. Another event. Defeat admitted. Gastão Pena's arguments have been publicly defeated, forcing him to turn his gaze to more advantageous things. A faction of the bourgeoisie have thrown their weight behind the Workers' Protections Law. Oh, very well. I dare say you shall be the death of me, you silver-tongued devil. Just like that? Just like that. It is as it is useless to fight a river's current, so it is with wise counsel. Celebrations are in order. Stronger trade unions, happier trade unions, 10% enactment chance. Our run aligned to the papers now. Extra popularity. For both of those guys, 5% enactment chance. I'm going with the first one. We're going to get workers' protections enacted. We might before the end of the episode. Yeah, I think we're going to go. I think we're going to have that. We're going to go till that event pops off. Because I want that event to pop off. We're going to go ahead and declare neutrality here. I don't necessarily want to fight Spain and Prussia. Being up against Prussia would be a real hassle. They've got a big ol' army. They freaking love armies. That's so many armies. 26,000 power projection. How much power projection have we got? We got 815, but how much of our... Hold on, a better question. They've got exactly the same army power projection as we do. We got a lot more navy power projection, but they've got a lot more power projection total. Looks like we're a little short on Naval bases. Oh, we can do NCO incorporation for better training. That's good. Sorry, we're a little short on convoys. We were short on convoys. We're not short on convoys anymore. But nevertheless, let's go ahead and build up some convoys. I'm just going to build up to 2 levels in every state we've got, because I want a nice even coverage of ports all over the place in case we wind up in some sort of shipping related hairball. And then we'll build up an extra one in Bahia just to have ourselves a good time. Obviously this is costing us a pile of cash. Are we below our gold reserve limit? Not yet, so we will let it continue to go. Alright, so once we've got our skyscraper, we'll have this event completed, and you'll get to see all of the joy that comes of that. That's 13 weeks from now, so it won't get done before the end of the episode, but you'll get to see it at the beginning of the next episode, and that'll be fun. So at this point, we're just about at our reserve limit. I'm going to go ahead and increase taxes to low. That's going to reduce our legitimacy by just a bit. Can I get more legitimacy anywhere? I could boot out the intelligentsia completely. That would be fun. They'll probably join the movement to enact technocracy if I do that, because they're headed up by a technocrat. But I could put the anarchist in charge over there. That's what I'm going to do, I think. Intelligentsia. Miguel Lopez. You're the boss. Hey, we got ourselves a righteous government again. Wonderful. Oh, that's really nice. I love it when my government is super duper legitimate. So this is probably going to lead to a downtick in standard of living, but hopefully it won't lead to an uptick in radicals, because I got all those decreases from all of my hyper liberal laws. And I'm hoping that'll be really, really nice. Another movement for total separation of church and state. Don't necessarily concern myself with that. And our ports are... We're building our ports. We're in the process of building our ports. We're almost done with those iron mines. January 10th is when the law ticks over. Come on, show me workers' protections. You can do it, Brazil. I believe in you. There we go. Excellent. Alright, so this is going to increase minimum wage by 75%. That's going to be a great time. And that's going to lead to a huge hike in standard of living, hopefully. We'll see that next episode. For now, I've had fun. I hope you all have had fun as well. And I will see you on the other side.